Hello all, welcome to Kabir Automation channel. In today's video, we'll be seeing how we can work with JavaScript variables and data types. So first of all, let us see what is variable. So variables are container for storing the data values. That means whenever we are declaring any variable, it will store, it will create some of the memory space where we can store the data. So there are three type of keyword are available in JavaScript, that are let, where and const keyword. Let us see how we can work with these JavaScript variables one by one. So first I am opening my console. Here we'll be creating one file first, basic HTML file, as we already know by this time that to create JavaScript file we have to create HTML file first, because HTML is a hosting language for JavaScript. So I am creating one HTML file first. We'll create a HTML basic structure so that we can write the JavaScript program. So HTML, inside that we'll keep head, I'll keep everything blank. Next, body tag. After the body tag, we'll write script type equal to text slash JavaScript, so that inside this script tag we'll write the JavaScript codes. And next we'll write the JavaScript in a separate file. So we'll keep it in a different source. That source I will give it over here. So next, another file we'll be creating. I'll name it as a JavaScript data type variable learn, and the extension should be .js for JavaScript file. This file name will provide it in the source. So since our JavaScript file is also inside the same folder, so only a name, if we are providing in the source, it will be able to get it from there. If you are keeping in a separate folder, then whole path needs to be provided in the source. So now first let us see the data type variable. So where keyword is used for the data type, first data type. So if we are first, we are declaring that variable I is a variable and value of I is 100. So this way, in one line we can declare the variable and next line we can initialize it. However, there is one more way, that in single sentence we can do the declaration and then initialize the value in single sentence. So this both the way are correct only. So now to print the value in the HTML or console, we have seen that we can use the document or console object. So here we are using document.write, and if we see the I, if we provide the I, now I's value will be printed in the HTML file. So to execute this HTML file, we have to right click over the HTML file and then open in the live server. So both the file I will open side by side. Yeah. And this explorer I'll just minimize. Now you can see the I value 100 is already whatever we have initialized, that value is getting printed over here. So this is one way of doing it. Another way is like we can print in console also, console.log, and if we pass the i's value. Now if you save it and inspect, you can see the default in console it is getting printed. The 100 is getting printed. So this is the first keyword. Where the next keyword is late. So this is the latest one which most of the people use it. So late also we can do the same way, that first you can declare and then you can initialize, or you can declare and initialize together this way. Both the ways are correct only. So you can, I am just commenting all this. So I'm just removing it and keeping only let and let keyword. Let x. So the difference between variable and where and let I will provide over here. So in this way, console.log, and if you print, it will be printed. So the difference between where and let is where is function scoped and let is block scoped. What does it mean? So that means in where keyword, if you don't initialize the value first, and uh, if you directly try to print the value of the variable, like if you write this way, first, without initializing the i's value, if you write the console.log I, and then if you initialize the value in where, then it is allowed, and it will just as first we have not initialized it, so it will be showing it as a undefined. Again, if you print the same value after this, and if you print, you can see undefined is also getting printed, and then the value of I is also getting printed. However, this same thing is not possible in let. So if you do in this way, that if you change it as a let, and then if you try to execute it, it will give a error, because let is a block scope. So first we have to initialize, then only you will be able to print the value of uh, I in case of let. However, in the where, anywhere in the function you can declare and initialize the value, and you can print from anywhere. But in let, in case of let, it is only first you have to initialize the value, and then only you will be able to print it. So last keyword is const. So const is the same way. Const, you can declare the value in single line or multiple line, and then if you print it, you will be able to see the output. However, in the const, how const is different from where and let. In const, since as from name only we can understand that const we have already initialized it 100, so we cannot change it. Like if you want to change the value again for I here to 200, and if you try to print it, it will give error. That assignment to const is variable. So in const, you cannot after initializing the value, you cannot change the value of the variable. So that is the difference between var, let and const. So hope you have understood. In variable, you can initialize the data from anywhere in the function and then you can print it. But in the let, you have to initialize the value first and then only you can able to print it. And in const, once you have initialized the value, you will not be able to change it. So next we will see the data type. So in the JavaScript data type are divided into two parts. One is primitive data type and another is non-primitive data types, which is also called as objects. So data types can be number, string, boolean, null, undefined. So normally in all the other programming language like C has Java, we must declare the data type before assignment of the value. But in the JavaScript, we no need to declare explicitly what type of data we are storing in the variable. By default, JavaScript will declare the data type. So we can say JavaScript is a dynamically typed language. So that means what it is mean, like whatever data type you will be, like you don't have to declare. If you go to any other programming language, you will be able to see, you have to declare the data type first. That means first you have to write int I equal to 100. That means the data type is integer that we are already writing in the program. However, in the JavaScript, no need to write it. You just have to write where I equal to 100, and JavaScript will understand this is a integer type data value. So same way, if you write where I equal to Kabir, then JavaScript will understand this type of data type is a string type. So the same way, however you will write the data, automatically JavaScript will understand the data type and it will declare it. So let us see practically. So I'll delete all the variable type, and now, yeah. So now if we say where I equal to 100, so how we'll know that this 100 is JavaScript is understanding which data type it is. For that, it has provided one option, one function, that is typeof. So you can write typeof I, and if you print it, console.log. Now if you print it, it will say it is a number. The same way, if you change it to decimal value, then again it will be number, because decimal and number both are number type only. If you change this value as a different data type, like if I am changing this way, and if you execute, you will see that data type now it is string. So if you pass only true, so you can see it is a boolean. The same way, if you pass null, then it is a object data type. So you can see number, you can data type number, it can be number, string, boolean, null, undefined. Undefined means, like, if you don't define any value for I, and if you try to execute it, you will say undefined. Undefined is also a data type for JavaScript. The same way null we have seen, boolean, string and number can be data type. So in this video we'll be talking only about primitive. We have talked only about primitive data type. In next video we'll be seeing the other data type like object, array, function, date, regex. So all these non-primitive data types we'll see in the next video. So in today's video we have learned about variable and data type. So in variable there are three keywords: where, const and let. So the difference we have seen, where, const and let, and next we have seen the data type, different data type, uh, and also we have to remember that JavaScript is a dynamically typed language. That means whichever data you will assign to the variable, by default JavaScript will understand which type of data type it is. That's all for today's video. Thank you for watching.